and you lot do sound like a very good audience. Lots of that really helps them. So loads of this, all the way through the show, will be very, very good. Well done, everybody. There we go. Before we get started, I'll quickly introduce you to the girls. Sarah is 7 years old, and she was born at Blair, down in England. This is her. Thank you for coming all the way to well done. Over and the other side of the stage is Bella. Bella's 15 years old. She was born in Germany, but she's lived with us for about 8.5 years now. Thank you very much, Bella, for being inside as well. Very nicely done you to go all the way in. We're going to start this afternoon by explaining a very, very common question that people ask us here in the building. Now, there is one question that people tend to ask us more than anything else, and that is, what's the difference between a seal and a sea lion? There are differences. There are actually two differences between seals and sea lions. One big difference is all to do with their ears. Seals don't have ears. A seal only has a tiny hole on either side of its head because its ears are internal. But sea lions, like Bella and Lola, do have ears. If the girls could stay very still, look at their heads, you might be able to spot they've got tiny little ears of their humans. Very, very still. Now, you will only ever see ears like that on a sea lion, never on a seal. The other big difference between a seal and a sea lion is all to do with its front. Seals have very, very tiny front flippers. A seal flipper is only the same size as a person's hand, but if Bella and Lola could show us their flippers, you'll see they're massive. They are much bigger than ours. Thank you very much, you two, for showing us those big, strong front flippers. Because sea lions have very big front flippers, they actually walk completely differently as well. I'm going to ask Bella over there to demonstrate this. I'm going to see if Bella can show us how a seal walks. They walk on their tummies, so they've got tiny flippers. This is Bella doing an impression of a seal, but Bella is a sea lion. She's got big flippers and she walks upright on the land all the way back to her. So thank you very much, Bella. That was a lovely demonstration of Bella, but this is of an animal that's a lot more dangerous. It's in the sea, and if it found Bella, it would probably eat her. So I'm going to ask Bella to show us what this impression is. This animal eats sea lions, and sometimes, I'm afraid, it eats people as well. Bella is doing a very scary impression of a shark this afternoon. What a lovely impression of a shark from Bella. Well done, you. Sharks are a big problem for wild sea lions, and so are killer whales. But sea lions can sometimes escape from sharks and killer whales. They use a method of movement known as porpoising to escape from their predators. Now, porpoising is jumping in and out of the water over and over again, and it's very confusing for a predator because they're never sure where the sea lion is. If Lola was being chased by a shark, she would start porpoising, which looks like this. She'd jump in and out of the water. The shark would get very, very confused. And the shark knows what's going on with her. In fact, and she can't be eaten by a shark or a killer whale. Very, very good porpoising from Lola this afternoon. Unfortunately, though, humans also give wild sea lions quite a hard time. And there is one problem that humans have created that's got so bad in the last 10 years, it's hurting lots of sea lions. And that problem is the amount of plastic in the sea. And I'm going to ask Bella to demonstrate why plastic is a problem. It's actually very easy for a sea lion to swim through bits of plastic. As plastic gets older, it shrinks. If that's trapped around an animal's neck, it's not very nice at all. So Bella would like you to recycle any plastic you don't want. Bella, very important message from Bella this afternoon regarding plastic. Unfortunately, though, it isn't just wild sea lions that have a problem with pollution. Our sea lions here at the park also have a very, very bad problem with the amount of litter and rubbish that gets thrown into their pools and enclosures. Now, it might not sound like a big deal, but anything that ends up in an animal's enclosure could really hurt an animal. So Lola has a very important message, and it's all about litter this afternoon. This is one of Lola's toys, so it's very safe and it won't hurt her. But if we pretend for a moment that Lola's toy is a piece of litter, she's going to put her litter in the same you guys to spend your litter in a bin. So that's very important announcement. And it is especially important when you're at a zoo or a safari park, because anything that gets thrown into a ball or an enclosure can really hurt an animal. Sometimes they swallow things they're not meant to, they get very, very sick, and that makes Blair and Lola very sad. So if you want these things straight in a bin, and these two will be very, very happy indeed. So that's very, very important announcement regarding this this afternoon. Now, as you might have guessed already, Bella and Lola are very loud. They're actually the two loudest sea lions that we have here at the park. Bella makes a barking noise, which is the noise that a sea lion makes when it's grown up. Lola still sounds like a baby. She makes a bleating, wailing noise, which is the noise that a baby sea lion makes when it's looking for its mother. I'm going to ask the girls to prove they're very, very loud by saying hello to everybody at the same time this afternoon. Thank you very much, you two. That was very, very Now, something that sea lions are obviously very, very well known for is ball balancing. I'm sure everybody out there has heard a sea lion is extremely good at balancing a basketball on its nose. Now, sea lions are very good at this because they've got very long, very, very sensitive whiskers. A sea lion's whiskers are so long they can find fish even when the water is cloudy, and this also helps them be very, very good at balancing basketball. Watch what position her whiskers are in. Those whiskers are upright around the edge of the ball. Now Lola can detect the slightest movement of that ball makes, and she knows how to move her nose a tiny bit from side to side to stop the ball falling off, which is why sea lions make this look very, very easy. Thank you, Lola. That was very, very good. Now, sea lions do make that look very easy. They pick that up quite naturally. Now, been balancing the basketball for so long, she can actually retrieve it from the pool and bring it all the way back. She doesn't use her mouth. She uses those very sensitive whiskers to detect the way the ball's moving. That makes this look incredibly easy. Thank you very much, Bella and Lola. That was very, very nice ball control from Bella and Lola this afternoon. Well, ladies and gents, boys and girls, we are approaching the end of the sea lions display this afternoon, but they've done very, very well, and there are a few more things we can show you before you go back outside. I'm sure you've noticed there's a tower on the stage with us. In the wild, sea lions often live on rocky beaches, and a lot of the time they have to jump off very high rocks to get into the water. We're going to get Lola to demonstrate this afternoon. Hopefully, she's going to jump. Lola, are you going to jump for everybody? Wow, thank you very much, Lola. That was a lovely jump off the top of the tower this afternoon. Well, you made that look very easy, Lola. As well as the tower, you've probably spotted that there is a ball hanging above the pool. Now, in the wild, sea lions often jump a long way straight out of the water, especially when they're trying to escape from sharks. We're going to ask Bella to demonstrate how high a sea lion can jump at him by hitting that ball. But she doesn't always manage it. It is quite an achievement for her, so if she does touch the ball, could everybody please give her a big cheer? We're going to give her a go anyway, aren't we, Bella? Doing very, very well. She nearly got there, so what we're going to do is we'll ask Lola to touch the ball instead. Now, Lola doesn't weigh as much as Bella, and she can actually jump even higher. So for Lola, we're going to make that a little bit higher. We're going to raise it to there. Now, I don't think Lola will be able to touch the ball by just jumping out the pool, will you, Lola? Maybe not. But if Lola uses the tower to get a little bit of extra height, she might be able to finish the show by getting a little bit of extra speed and hopefully touching that ball. So we're going to try a little to the end of Bella and Blair's display. These took on really, really well with me. Thank you very much for coming to see them. We hope you enjoyed meeting them and learning a bit about the sea life as well. These are going to wave my eyes. Bye, everybody. See you later.
Koniec, zobacz. Teraz jeden.
Koniec. Mądre zwierzątko, no?
Tam i kawałki ryby przerzucane.